In this video, we're going to look at JavaScript modules, specifically how we can import and export them. Here we have a file named module.js. It has a function called findValue that takes an index and an array and returns the index of that array. It's not a fancy function, but nonetheless, it's a function. Let's say in app.js, we want to use this function. We'd say find value, maybe the zero index of an array of values. So we'll say const values would be an array of like 1, 2, 3. And then we would want to say, what is that value? So the problem is, if we tried to run this, it wouldn't work because app.js knows nothing about module.js. Ways we might mitigate this in a web project is to have an index.html file or any kind of HTML file that would load module.js into kind of this global scope before app.js, so then we could call that function. But with ES6, we could actually export this function. We could say export and then function find value. Over here we could import find value from module.js. And this would give us access to that find value function from our module. We'll do this a lot in React. We'll import React from React. One thing to mention here though is that you'll notice I didn't put the curly braces around React. When we exported this function, we exported it as a named function. So that way we could actually import the function by name find value. And anytime we want to import named functions, we have to make them a comma separated list inside these curly brackets. So if I had more functions in this file, I would just pull in what functions I want. It's a way to pick and choose. This is, without the curly braces, a default export. So we could actually change this to just be import find value from this module by saying export default function. We could even then remove the name, and then this would work. This is just a real basic introduction to exporting and importing, but we'll be using this a lot, and especially when we start using Webpack and Webpacker, so it's something just to familiarize yourself with.